I'm so excited to be launching my new Conscious Creators Mentorship program. And this has really come about because of all the things that are happening in the world. And I am talking to so many people right now who are trying to find a better way to have a sustainable income, to maybe switch careers, to maybe build a business. Perhaps you see an issue in the world that you want to solve, and you want to do it in a way that feels right, that it feels heart-centered, that it feels good for you. And as our world moves away from the old third dimensional way of doing business, of managing resources, and we start to move towards this fifth dimensional space, which is really heart-centered, which is really about doing what's best for humanity, for our communities, our businesses need to do the same way. And it can be a tricky transition to do that because the old ways of doing business, the templates, the plans, the way we would do it, they're changing as well and they need to evolve. But we don't yet know what those new ways are necessarily going to be. And that's where this program really comes into play. My vision for it is to have an opportunity to work one-on-one with each individual so that we can tailor and explore what it is that you're trying to create. Because creating a business isn't just about the idea or the product or the service that you're offering. It's also about you and your family and the lifestyle that you want and the needs that you have to sustain during that time of building and running or growing this idea. And so this program is really to allow us to go into all those different facets. So it includes one-on-one private consultations where we can look at what is your ideal lifestyle. Do you have kids that you need to manage and that you need to be home with? Do you have older relatives that you're taking care of? Do you have health needs that you need space? Or maybe you just want space to be able to travel. And looking at what those desires are, what that ideal life is, and figuring out how can we make the idea or the business work with that so that everything is in harmony, that the people working in the business, that you and your family, the people that you are serving or helping, that everyone is in balance. And that's really moving towards that fifth dimensional space. So we'll do several one-on-one consultations, and then you also will have weekly homework, I like to say, or assignments that will guide you step by step. So if you're still in the process of figuring out and really honing in on what is my idea, what is my offering, then we may start there. And your homework may include more reflection activities, digging down deep into what exactly is the idea, doing some research on that. If you already have that set, I'm not going to make you go through that again. We may touch on it a little bit early on, but maybe for you, what you need is what are the nuts and bolts of actually getting this out there? How do I get my website going? How do I get some marketing up there? How do I get the word out in a really heart-centered way? So your assignments may be more linked to that. So all of these assignments are really based on where you're at, and it's a step-by-step process. So rather than overwhelming you with this big idea and all the steps that are involved in doing that, we'll look at what is manageable each week for you to do based on how busy your life is at this moment, and see if we can get those things accomplished. And then each week we build on that and we grow on that. And then you also will have unlimited email access to me. So as you do these steps, if you run into a snag, you can get in touch with me and we can work it out, and we can figure out what might be the next steps. Do we need to pull in another resource? Do we need to pop on a call? Maybe you just need feedback before you put something out there. But those are options there as well. So you've got somebody who's going to be working alongside with you as you work through this process, and sometimes the nervousness of just getting it out there for the first time. And then we'll also be forming an online community that will meet twice a month. We'll meet together to do a meditation, to center and ground our energy, to meet with other people who also want to build this fifth dimensional new earth, where we can brainstorm and envision some of these new ways, new models of doing business, of serving our community, of serving and supporting one another. And we can also get feedback from one another. So a community where, you're really supported. And for the time being, that's going to be virtual, that will be online. And that will be twice a month as well. And what's really important for me in this program is that it's flexible to work with you. So if you're someone who's, suddenly found a whole month of time and you're going to devote this month to creating what it is that you want to create, you might get everything that you need in a month. We might be able to get you through all the steps and you feel confident to roll on your own after that. So perhaps you only want to be in the program for a month. Maybe you're looking at a larger transition, right? Maybe you're leaving a corporate career and transitioning into, your own business and dealing with family during this time. So perhaps you want to stay in the program for a few months. And so I want that flexibility there for you so that you can choose what works for you. It is not subscription based. Every month you'll have the option to choose whether you want to stay or whether you are ready to go off on your own. And there will also be options there as well if I need a little extra support, or perhaps you don't want to stay in for another month at the end, but you just need one more, final session, then we can discuss that as well. So check below. You'll find some of the details of the program here. And if you have questions, certainly send me an email and let me know. These programs will be starting on the first of each month. So if you miss the first month, no problem. As I said, it's customized. So you can pop in the next month if you need to. But if you have questions about what it entails or whether you feel you may be a good fit or not, certainly send me an email and we can discuss it or set up a short call. So please take a look, and I hope to see you soon. And let's start building this new earth so that our children and our grandchildren have, the models and the services that they need to truly feel loved and supported in this world. And so our earth feels loved and supported, and we start making that better world that all of us envision.